Hello, my friends, it's Vernon, and it's the video Q&A show. Welcome back to the video Q&A show. My name is Famous Vernon, aka, my name is Vernon Foster, aka Famous Vernon. I always say it backwards. Listen, if you are interested in overcoming this imposter syndrome that a lot of us entrepreneurs all suffer from, then you're going to want to watch this little Q&A today, because we have a question from Mary, and it's all about imposter syndrome. And so if you haven't heard about the Q&A video show, it's pretty simple. You submit a question, I read it on camera, and you're the lucky winner, and you don't win a brand new car, but hey, you get some strategy and some clarity on what you should do next with your video. So here's what I'm suggesting to Mary. Let's see what her question was today. Mary says, I struggle with imposter syndrome, and I feel like that is why I don't show up as my true self when I'm on video. What are some things that you suggest that I can do to overcome this? So, Mary, welcome to the Imposter Syndrome Club. We all deal with that. I have struggled with it, and I still do from time to time. And let me just kind of back up and say what imposter syndrome is, right? Imposter syndrome is the belief that we aren't enough, the belief that we are going to put something out there, or that we are not going to be able to cash a check that we wrote, right? But that we said, hey, I'm going to be able to help you do this. And there's a fear of like, oh my gosh, well, what if the person can't do this? Or, oh my gosh, what if I haven't learned enough yet? What if I still need to learn some more? And a lot of this is rooted in, it's not rooted in fact. There's really a story that we've made up about ourselves. And there's a story that we tell ourselves. And a lot of times that story is like, if I get enough training, then I'll be ready. If I sell X amount, then I'll be ready, right? If X, Y, and Z, insert whatever you want, right? But the idea is that there's a story attached to why we don't feel like we're worthy of, doing what we're doing or selling what we're selling. And a lot of it's not rooted in fact, right? So I'm not here to tell you today how to work on that specific piece of it. I would say there's a lot of tools and modalities and things out there that you can look into. That's not necessarily what I'm here for, but I just want to give you a foundation so you understand what that's rooted in. So let's go to how you can overcome imposter syndrome rather. And for me, and for the people that I work with, the best way to overcome this, and it sounds counterintuitive, right? Because if you're suffering from imposter syndrome, the last thing you think you should do is to like lean into it and to like do what you're afraid of. But that's actually the solution to the problem. So create more video, jump in, right? Ask questions, answer questions. Don't come off as someone who's a know-it-all, right? Like a lot of times, entrepreneurs suffer from this because they feel like they have to be the guru. They have to be the know-it-all. And I'll be the first one to tell you that I don't know it all. There's actually people that probably know more than me, especially when it comes to this. But what I know is what I know, and what I know is rooted in my experience as a practitioner, rooted in my experience from working with clients, rooted in my experience. And that's where I build my belief system from, right? That's the foundation that I build from. And I'll even tell people, look, like, I'm not a right fit for you, right? If people come to me and they're asking for something beyond the scope of what I feel like I can deliver, I don't promise them something that I can't deliver. I say, look, you probably should go to somebody else for that because we're probably not a good fit. So I feel like if you do those things, right, if you're honest with yourself, if you come from a place of your own experience, if you haven't worked with a lot of clients, then maybe you can do some pro bono work to build your confidence in that arena, right? But if it's rooted in your own experience and it's rooted in your philosophy, and you've seen people get results and you've gotten results with it, you're not an imposter, you're a practitioner. And also, like, if you're honest and you say, look, I don't have all the answers, that takes a lot of the weight off of your shoulders. So create more content, do more, ask more questions, be a sponge, soak it up. Don't try to be a know-it-all. and just create from that space, create from a place of like, I know what I know, and I'm continuing to learn if I don't know, and I'm going to also continue to, be honest with myself and people around me. And if I don't have the answers, if I don't know the solution, I'm not going to pretend, I'm not going to posture and say that I can deliver on that. So that would be my answer to you, my friend. If you haven't already got your question on the show, you can comment below and maybe I'll get your question. Maybe you'll be the lucky winner. The other thing I want to tell you about, and most importantly, is that I would love to have you in our private Facebook community. It's been a really awesome place to connect with fellow entrepreneurs who are using video to scale and grow their business and connect with their audience at a very intimate level and really grow themselves through being on camera and to grow their network and their influence. So if that sounds like you, if that sounds like something you're interested in, click the link below to join, and I'll see you real soon.